So guys, breaking down a quick facility strategy. This works for all three difficulties. It's really good on agent though, especially. So this is what would be called the late open door lure. There's the 9 bullet open door lure, which is shooting around the same time as this. But for lag reasons, I think the 9 bullet lure does not work very well, unfortunately. So I do a 12 bullet lure, but shooting late. So here's a great example of why it's so good. A lot of people will start shooting now, like right as they're opening the door. Anywhere between now and like over here, they'll start shooting. But I wait until I pass the door. This is even like a little bit early, but yeah. I get out of the door fully, then I start shooting. Look down. And I do like to look up for like the last shot or two as well. Sometimes you can even like stun or kill the guard. But yeah, I like to just kind of whip up. So you want to like have it so that you kind of start shooting right before the B press, or like even as you're doing the B press. So now I switch forward weapon, open up the door, back swap. And so what this does when you shoot later, you're making noise closer to this room. So this guard over here opens this door up at the same time as this guard's opening this door up. If you do an earlier lure, as you're doing your next set of lure, right, your 6 to 8 bullet lure here, as you're doing your like 6 bullets here, then this guard opens up this door later as you're strafing through the hallway. What my later strat does, and I'm not going to patent it, I don't think I'm the only one to do it. I've seen Ace do it before, but most people shoot early. So what the late lure does is it causes a ton of lag to be happening right now, all at once. And that's good because it makes this door warp extremely easy. Like you pretty much will never miss this door warp, even when you YOLO it super hard. You like never miss the door warp if you have the correct movement, because there's always enough lag. And check out this. You can like warp this section, even if you don't get like a perfect open door. Like sometimes you get like a godlike open door where he just opens it early. He's not even in the way. So sure, that's gonna be good no matter what strat you use. But when you get a not perfect open door, like look at this. I just like warped right through that. I got like a kill on him because all you need is 1 bullet to kill on agent, you know, 1 chest shot. And I just warped right through there. It didn't even make any sense. But you have enough lag to where that's like common. So yeah, I highly recommend the later open door lure. Plus, looking up here, when you look up for your last bullet or two, that also delays when the bullets come out. Once again, this is a little bit early to what I do these days. I do this even like a little bit later. But yeah, I usually stop shooting like around like now. And it still gives you enough time to open the door and, you know, as you like switch weapons, open the door, and then back swap. You still have enough time to do all that. But yeah, so this is the late open door strat. And when done beautifully, it's beautiful. I mean, when done perfectly, it's beautiful. When it works out, it's beautiful. So basically, the only thing I'll say to it is at first, it felt awful. At first, there was so much lag here that I was not used to that it seemed like it made the segment impossible. And I was like, I don't like this, you know, at all. I didn't even think of it as a strategy. I just thought of it as like a mistake. But then I started seeing the light, and I realized that if you can control, you know, your movement within the lag, that actually this is the best thing, because it once again, it condenses all the lag to be when you're hitting 2 warps, like 1 warp and then 1 pseudo warp. So now there's actually gonna be less lag through this whole segment here. Fuck! But still enough lag to hit this warp consistently. The 9 bullet lure makes the first warp like impossible. And it makes like all the warps impossible. So the 9 bullet lure is not my favorite. Shout outs to Kaida though. It is a cool strategy, but it just unfortunately doesn't really work for me. But yeah, but the 12 bullet and then 6 bullet, but the late shots is really useful. Also, you're always going to have more noise at this point You're gonna have your noise. You're gonna hold on to your noise better. So you're never gonna have a situation where doing 6 shots here doesn't get this door open. So you can always just do 6 shots comfortably because you can have so much noise built to where it won't be a problem. But that is the late open door lure. Now it's not gonna completely fix the open door. Like there still is a lot of luck to it all. There's some stuff you can kind of do that you'll feel kind of like it's like a myth, but you'll feel like maybe it gives better odds, you know. Like sometimes I feel like when I execute this perfectly, I do get a better open door on average. But by the end of the day, it still is just completely luck. So don't listen to me on that. The main important thing is that this makes it so that when you don't get a perfect open door luck, you can still turn it into like pretty much just as good as like the best open door. So yeah, that is the late open door lure strategy.